Hello, welcome to the Woodturning podcast. My name's Mark.
And my name is Will. Welcome.
And I am Garry. How you doing?
In this episode, we meet Steve for the second time, and he has his grandson in the workshop. Garry talks about how big his workshop is, and Mark and Will talk eucalyptus. So we're back with Steve again this episode. So welcome again, Steve.
Yeah, welcome back, Steve.
How are we all?
Yep, good.
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yeah. What have you been up to since the last episode, Steve?
Oh, sat around for a bit, actually, talking a few bits.
Excellent.
So I think last episode I promised some eucalyptus talk.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've got some massive lumps of that.
Good.
So the problem with eucalyptus is how it grows. As it grows, it twists. And then as soon as you cut it down, the tension is released. And what you end up with are these fantastic splinter patterns, the radiating lines. And they're cracks. So this one's filled with black epoxy. And if you're not careful, that can fail on you whilst you're turning it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be a little bit careful with it.
Yeah.
It's quite high in tannin, like oak is. So if you turn it wet, your hands go black because it's reacting with the tool steel. But apart from that, it's not bad stuff to work with. None of my stuff has dried. I got 2 full trees of eucalyptus about 18 months ago now, I think it was. So some of this is still a little bit wet to turn. But if it's not cracked, it's now a banana shape or it's twisted and warped.
Yeah, mine would definitely be like a banana shape. It is cracked. It is split to high heaven.
Yeah, I don't think there's an easy way of stopping it.
No.
But those lines, I quite like the lines in it. It adds character. The colours are absolutely superb. I don't think they come out well on the camera. They really don't come out well on the camera. Let's do this. Hang on.
No, don't do it, Mark.
Doesn't really help either.
Worse, even but you get these lovely contrast. Actually, you can see it quite well there. So you get the orange into the brown into sort of a creamy.
Yeah, the sapwood. Yeah,
creamy white. That's this wood there. So you get these lovely contrasted colours in eucalyptus as well. I always leave eucalyptus thicker. I don't ever really want to try and push it thin because I'm not sure it will hold together.
I went to Sandon a little while ago and wrote there, turned a goblet out of eucalyptus, I think it's a goblet, and that was wet, very green, just not long been cut down, and he turned it round, obviously, but he'd left it on the side under a light for half an hour while we had a cup of tea, and it had gone oval by the time we finished.
Yep.
By the time really changed shape.
Eucalyptus holds a lot of water. It really does hold its moisture in. I think when this was cut down, it was something like 40% moisture content. It's really quite high. But turning things green, yeah, I mean, if you turn it green, you can really, and just let it do its thing. Some of the warps and twists and everything in it, absolutely lovely.
I think he took it to about 1/8 of an inch thickness. So yeah, it really was thin.
It was, wasn't it?
Thin.
Yeah, I'm younger than you. I had to check what 1/8 of an inch is.
It's pretty thin, that's for certain.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good stuff to turn. I mean, turning it wet, you get the real big shavings. You can really get, the ASMR shavings. Steaming off. Yeah. I'm not sure that's actually round anymore. But I've got a vase in one of my boxes. Yeah, and that did exactly what that chap's vase did. It's now an oval and split. But yeah, the colours are lovely. So if you want some, Gary, I've got a few large bowl blanks if you want to play with some.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, give one a go.
You're not at club this month. Are you at club in September? You're not, are you? So I'll bring that up in October.
No, I'm away. Yeah.
Which just gives away when this is recorded, because this one won't be released until October anyway. This one will go in air in October. Never mind.
Thanks for that. You brought me last night at club.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
What do you want me to stabilise for you then, Mark? Is that of interest?
Plum and cherry, and I've got some green gauge. It won't be anything silly to start with. I've just got I got stuff that's been sitting out in the wood store, and it's just getting a bit. That's no longer turnable without some resin.
No, I've got a load of that as well in my shed. Plum.
Cherry, like eucalyptus, you can't dry cherry without it splitting.
No.
So that will be. I'll add resin to that. Put that in the pressure tank. But yeah, some of it's getting really quite punky. I made the mistake of putting it on top of a load of spalted beech, and the spalting moved.
Oh, did it? Interesting.
Well, it's a fungus spalting.
Yeah.
And it was the beech wasn't spalted when I first processed it. It obviously had the fungus before I processed it. And yeah, the spalting has transferred over to some green gauge and some plum.
Yeah,
so
cool.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic colours. It's going to look brilliant.
Green gauge is lovely colours anyway, isn't it?
I haven't got any close to hand. Yeah, green gauge is absolutely lovely.
I've got a load from a friend of mine in the garage, turn one, but it's split straight away. So the rest is now all been sealed up and waiting for to be able to turn it properly.
Yeah. So what you do your own drying, Steve?
Oh, I wax the ends. Yeah, I use wax. You
use wax, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I use latex paint.
I've just got cheap wax candles from IKEA. Melt them down and cover it.
I'm nowhere near as technical as that. I just coat with a bit of PVA.
Well, PVA works. Yeah, PVA apparently works.
But I kind of want it to split anyway, if I'm honest.
Well, you do because of the resin.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to then, Gary?
Since the last one,
last time you hinted that you had a new workshop and that you were moving everything in. The episode before that happened quite quickly between episodes 4 and 5. So you're in your workshop now, and you've started turning again. You're talking about orders that you needed.
Yeah. So yes, some random, just my usual crochet hook, and then spin-offs from there. Like I think I mentioned before, magic wands. That was a spin-off from a crochet hook purchase, and then someone actually purchased some acrylic. I had these 2 pens that I'd done literally over a year ago. I had them on my Etsy site all that time, not a sniff. Took them to shows, not a sniff. And then this woman bought one of them in America, bought one, and then she got that one. Then she bought the other one, and she'd bought a crochet hook with the first pen. And then she was just sort of saying, "Oh, I love it," and all this sort of stuff. I went, oh, "Okay, yeah, thanks for the feedback and whatever." I said, "You give me a thought, maybe I should start doing some pen and crochet hook bundles of matching acrylic." And then she went, "Oh, talking about that," she goes, "would you be able to make me a crochet hook in the same one that I've just bought this pen in sort of green and yellow?" I'm going, "Yeah, I can do that." So then just ordered one of those, and then chuck that off to her. So yeah, it's just proper random. Some girl has had literally 6. Bearing in mind, my crochet hooks are set, so you got 8 size hooks. So you buy another one, you're getting the same 8 hook. All they like is the handle and the colours and the patterns in all that acrylic stuff. And it is cool, right? It's like I've done some bits before with little chips and offcuts and stuff like that, and just chucking it in resin. And funny enough, off of when Mould Resin sent me some stuff the other week, they were doing like, I've got it here actually, I haven't used it yet, like a skull mould. And I'm just going to cut loads of those little bits of offcut of those acrylic things, and then just whack it all in there with a resin. Obviously, no turning involved, but all of those different colours and the different bits and pieces just look cool in resin, and they turn so nice as well and polish up. Absolutely beautiful. So I've been doing like bottle openers with them as well. Some of the colours and that they've got now are just proper pucker. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like this green one. I just stumbled across a green one, and you think they don't look that good in the blank. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? Because of the light. Boy, you can't see it over there and pull my head off. But it's impossible to see. I know Mark tried this, it didn't work, but
let's go. A normal pen blank, Gary.
Yeah. And it's just beautiful. All of the colours and all that in it.
Yeah, nice.
I've done some girl. It was the one who bought 6, and she had it. She goes, I said, "Did you get it? Do you like it?" She goes, "Oh, I love it." She goes, "My mum's got it. She won't give it back to me. She just keeps turning around and looking at it, looking at the patterns and all that." And she went, "My mum's saying, will you make her a bottle opener?" And I'm going, "Yeah, no worries." So yeah, it's all that sort of spin-off stuff. I'm not getting into the fun stuff. And like Steve, you were saying on the last episode, when it's just want to have a play and do something that just for you or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I just want to get my workshop 100% straight, and then be able to start do some of that sort of stuff again. Because that's why you do it at the end of the day.
Well, something I did the other day. We had school holidays. I have a grandson over. My aunt lives at the back of us, but he come with my grandson and granddaughter, and I took him down the shed just to join me on the lathe. He loved sweeping up and cleaning up all the shavings, which was really good. But a really simple turning, little bit of oak, and he made himself a little what they call it, a wooden dog.
Oh yeah, cool.
All right. But to see his face when, as the tool touched the wood for the first time, it was just lit up, and he's only 6. So it was good, and he enjoyed doing that. So hopefully I have more time with him, And it's nice that he could actually concentrate there, because he may have a bit of ADHD or autism, whatever. So that was rather nice down there doing that with him, So yeah,
I think I saw the pictures of that on the on one of the Facebook groups.
The VG one, yeah.
I've not been able to get my boy into it. He's not. I've tried. He's not in the least bit interested.
Well, he wouldn't normally, but it's just, I want to go down the shed with Grandad. Okay, let's go for it. Go and do something. Yeah. And it's like if people come and say to me, how do you do it? Come and join me. Spend an hour, a couple of hours with me, and I'll make a pen. You make a pen, take it away with you, something like that. And they're more than happy when they do that. Yeah.
There's this perverse pleasure, isn't there, with wood turning? Especially if you've done something, if you do something like a pen or a bottle opener or something like that. I had my cousin come and join me last year, and he said, "Oh, can I have a go?" Of course you can have a go. Of course you can have a go. So throw a bit of wood on. He chose the wood. Right. We'll drill the hole for the bottle opener. You do whatever design you want to do. Showed him some basics. Off he went. Hour later, he's walking out going, "I made a bottle opener," and he had the biggest grin on his face. And he's 50. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's one of those real perverse pleasures.
My nephew come across a little while, a couple of years ago now, 2-3 years ago, and he stayed with us for about a month, I think it was. He lives in France, and he said, "I want to have a go. We want to have a go." So okay, we'll sort you something out, and that was a bottle opener. And he took it back with him. He made it out of walnut. he took it back to France, and he reluctantly put it down while he was on the plane. And then when he got home, he's 19, 20, 21 now, something like that. All he kept doing was holding it, and he was saying, "Where you go for?" I made that.
Yeah.
For me, and it's nice, So it's nice to be able to sort of impart those sort of skills. Yeah. Yeah,
I can't wait to get my granddaughter down there, but she's only 2, so I think it's a little bit early at the moment.
And probably a few months ago now, I had a bloke from work, and he said, "Like my son is like he was really interested." So I said, "I'll bring him round." And he made an egg and took that home, and it come out really nice and polished it, and
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So he was with you for a couple of days then, was he?
The
amount of polishing that takes your eggs to get them shiny.
Yeah, probably 3 weekends just on a Saturday for like 4 or 5 hours. But it's pretty good.
On the subject we were saying about unusual things you turn, I'll have a go at turning anything, any material if I can. Well, one I wanted to have a go at was leather.
Yeah.
Turning leather. When I was doing my classes, I wanted to do something for the tutor. So I made him a leather pen, but I actually made it in class in front of him. And he said, "Oh, you can't turn leather." So I bought all my tools over, which were very sharp skewers, all that sort of stuff. And it's already all glued and ready to go. And all he kept doing was every 5 minutes kept coming over and having a look. He didn't know it was for him. But then when he actually got it, it was like, he as chuffed as anything. Because it was like a pen made out of shoe leather.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah. And that was good. But with like the pen blanks, like Garry does, I save all the end bits for that.
Yep.
And I glue them together and make pens out of them.
Mm.
So that's, again, it's unusual. Yeah, totally different.
So it also saves a wastage that as well, doesn't it? Because those pen blanks they're not expensive, but they're also not the cheapest thing. On the subject of those pen blanks, I bought one a little while ago. I'd never buy it again. Don't know if either of you, any of you, it was the coffee one. So the coffee beans in the acrylic.
Actual beans in it.
Yeah. Mm. But I don't think they put them in the pressure tanks because there is air holes in the coffee beans. And at one stage, I had a coffee bean fly out at me.
Yeah.
It was turning. Oh, that's not on.
The banks in, isn't it?
It is. Or a pine cone or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some a little while ago that up to that point, I'd always use those sort of like the acrylic, I call them like acrylic blanks, right? The square, the rock hard square ones, right? But I'd seen those, you get them like they're round and they actually call polyester. Yeah. And they might have like loads of layers, right?
They are.
And they are like nowhere near as nice to turn. They're like really sort of bitty and whatever. And I normally use sort of carbides which turn the acrylic beautifully. And they was almost like just did too fierce on that.
Yeah, it shatters.
Just sort of, it turned it, but it was just sort of like just take chunks out of it, as in like, a gouge out of it. So it wouldn't like break up or anything like that. But it's like you've just lost the shape straight away. Yeah. So then I had to go back to sort of like, a normal chisel. And then that was a little bit easier. But it was a lot harder to get a decent finish on it than the acrylic.
I was asked
to get those again.
No, the polyester's horrible. I was asked to make a copy of a Houdan magic wand, which is your traditional black ebony shaft with some ivory ends on it. Obviously, can't use ivory, so I got faux ivory from Maxminster. That's polyester, and with the carbide, I thought, we'll go carbide on it because it'll get a nice clean cut, nice and easy, nice and quick. I don't like really using the carbide anyway, but
didn't want to know.
It was easier to.
So whenever I'm using,
just shattered.
Whenever I'm using those the pen blanks, no matter what they are, is wood or the plastic ones as such, I only ever use a oval skew, 3/4 inch skew. Never use rough and gouge or carbides or anything like that. It's only a 3/4 inch 3/4 inch oval skew from Henry Taylor.
Got the same skew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites, actually.
It is. It's a nice skew chisel, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that one quite a bit. Actually, I was using it today. When I make things like the crochet hooks, my single size crochet hooks, they're all skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah, there's a nice one to use, actually. Are you still booked on? When's your course, Gary? You going on this on a
Saturday.
skew course?
Saturday, actually. That's why I can't. That's why I can't go to Sandon. I'm going down. I'm going down Friday afternoon. Get absolutely hammered Friday night. Stay over, and then go to the course on Saturday. Get me to go shopping. Sorry,
who's it with?
Colwyn Way.
All right.
Mr. Axminster, yeah, but it's down at the Hampshire Sheen Gaff. So I'm not going to Devon. I booked it absolutely months and months and months ago when I was langered one Friday night. I thought I might as well go through with it.
Is that
I'm quite looking forward to it now.
The AWGB?
No, it isn't. It's one I've paid bloody full whack for. That AWGB one was in that was like 2 weeks after or something like that. And I've blown that one out now. I was on a waiting list. Then the guy said someone's dropped out, you could do it. And then I went back to him and said, I've got one with Colwyn like 2 weeks before. So I'm not going to Devon. So
Colwyn uses signature skew all the time. That little
Yeah, I messaged him last night, funny enough, and said to him, "Are you going to have your signature skews there?" Because one of the guys I speak to at Sandon, he uses that, and he said it's so good. And so I sort of asked Colwyn, say, are you going to actually have them at the course? Because if not, I might buy one to take with me. So I'm actually using it, while I'm supposedly learning with him. And he said he's going to. I think he's got 3 different sizes actually, and he's going to have 2 of the sizes down there. I went, fine, I'll try those, and if I want a bigger one, I'll just get it after.
I did get myself the other day a couple of bits of steel from the local blacksmith as such. Make the smaller tools.
All right.
The ones which I forgot the name. It's a little round tool with a skew end on it, but not a flat bladed end.
A detail tool like Simon Oakes one. He calls a detail tool like that, isn't it?
No, it's like a skew, but rather than having an angled end, it's a flat end. So
they're still called skew chisels.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm going to make myself one of those.
I know we traditionally think a skew chisel, the blade is at a skew, but people like I forgot his name. There are a couple of big production turners. Their signature is a flat bar with a flat end, and it's still used exactly the same as a skew chisel.
These two are round. The bars I've got a round bar. I've got 6mm and 8mm. I can't remember. They call it the multi-purpose tool.
Yeah, I know that.
Well,
I bought a Simon Hope one. Is like literally, I think it's probably maybe 9, and I bought one. It goes in his handle. It's a round bar, like you say, just square end, like Bosch, like that.
Yeah.
And he calls it his detail tool. I think.
Yeah. So,
how much do you pay for those bars, Steve?
Not a lot. The bloke sort of gave them to me.
Not a lot.
I might have
giving him a Christmas cracker.
No, I might have been at work at the time.
Oh, I see.
I was talking to him, and he said, "I said, how much you want for them, mate?" He said, "Oh no, it's only off cuts. You'll have them for nothing." So,
excellent
result.
I follow someone on Instagram actually who produces the like the Simon Hope ends for his handles.
Yeah.
So the adjustable. Yeah. He produces them on their own, so you can attach them to a wooden handle.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them. Because although I like Simon's tools, and I do, the handles are expensive, and I think these ends are 15 quid.
Yeah.
I bought a couple of his
this is about the wooden handle, isn't there?
Sorry?
I don't do a lot of it. I know, doesn't it? Because you've got the full hollowing jig, haven't you?
Me, no. I got a couple of his hollowing tools, And one I made a handle for because I wasn't going to pay out the extra 60-odd quid for the handle, and I got a bit of wood down in the shed, which cost me a couple of quid. So I've done that. But I did go and buy these sanding kit the other day, bowl sanding kit, and that's a lot better than the yellow ones you get on Amazon. An awful lot better.
Is that the spinning head?
Interchangeable heads?
Yes. Yeah, and I paid you a little bit extra to get the one with the clicker adapter that goes in the drill. Yeah, I found them a lot better. They don't. The discs don't fly off after a little while like they normally do with the yellow one.
Or in Gary's case, before you put them on, down the extract.
Do you still use your sphere jig, Mark?
No. No,
You made
I've
that
used
one sphere with it.
I made 1.5 spheres with it for that one project, and I have not needed it since. I might, if I'm in the next Chelmer Valley. Oh no, that'll be the one after next Christmas. I don't know. I might set it as a challenge sometime, but to make a sphere. But I've just not needed it.
I've been
not needed it.
Kind of been twitching a little bit to get one, I must admit.
Bottom line, if you want.
Other than
Well, that's kind of where I was
why
going.
do you need it?
The problem with my one is you can borrow it as long as it's going to fit in your banjo. Because it's designed, it will only fit in my Coronet Herald. It won't fit in any of the others. So if it's the right diameter tool post, no problem at all.
Yeah,
that's where the Simon Hope. No, it's not Simon Hope's, is it? It's Paul Howard's one. Simon doesn't make it. It's Paul's one.
Yeah,
Paul's is the one that's universal. You just bolt it to your lathe bed.
Okay. Yeah.
Not sure if that would work on my big record power because it's the round bar. It's not a fixed bed lathe. It's the twin bar lathe. Not sure. But I was watching a demo from one of the other turners the other day using Paul Howard's one. And I just thought, I know it's more money, but that does look a better jig.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's got a carbide cutter rather than the HSS cutter.
Oh, is that a steel one? Is it yours?
Yeah, I can buy a carbide, but it was an extra 15 quid or something at the time. And I was like, I knew I only needed it for one project, but I thought I'll get some use out of that in the future. And I just haven't.
And that's why I haven't bought one. It's just like, will I actually ever use it? All I want to do is cast a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, what? Cast it in resin and then turn it round?
Yeah, into a sphere, yeah. And I'm fairly certain once I've done that, I will probably never use it again.
You know, when you cast it, you need to have one corner wrong.
Why?
Well, just to mess with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why Rubik's Cube sphere jig? What am I missing? Cube.
Only because I've seen
sphere.
Yeah.
Cube,
I see where Gary's going with this.
Only because I've seen somebody do one, and it's just like it just came out absolutely just so clever how it came up because it doesn't look like a cube because it like the sphere obviously like twists like the cube. And it looks wicked.
Oh, okay. So you are putting a Rubik's Cube in a sphere of resin.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you just want it for that project, then you can just buy mine. I don't. And then you can watch my tutorial.
Paul used these at Chelmer Valley.
Yeah, I've done.
Paul used these at Chelmer Valley to do. He done owls. Anyone remember that?
Yeah, a while ago, wasn't it?
That was when I met him, and he told me about. I run this other club. If you're interested, where's that? Oh, Sandon. Oh, really? That's around the corner from my house. I'll pop along and see what it's like. Yeah, thanks for that, Paul. It's
like halfway between your house and Chelmer Valley, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I went round his house a little while ago. His workshop. Oh, my God. It was unreal. It's like walk down this garden, round this end, and all that. You don't even know anything's there, and then whoosh, it's this like massive like double garage,
Wicked.
and he's got like metalwork lathes in there, woodwork lathes. He's got so much gear in it. It was a nuts. It really was. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. But you've got a nice new workshop. You can kit it out.
Yeah, I bought a dartboard. Well, I haven't bought a dartboard. It's like I was thinking, I've got room for a bloody dartboard in there. I might even be able to get a bar billiards table in there, right? And that was like, I'm waiting to get it sorted to see if I can get them up the other end because they won't get covered in dust. They're so far away. It's ridiculous. That's probably an exaggeration, to be fair, right? But at the end of the day, it's
he's not going to get any work done. He's just going to be having parties down it. 6 months' time, he'll be having a couple of slot machines in there, a 1980s gaming machine, and a Dodgems just for shits and gigs.
Book some ladies for 11:30.
Yeah, and charging £7 a pint.
If I get to the point of needing security on the door, then I think I need to change tact.
But, any member of security that stops your wife at the door, that's a brave man. In our own back garden.
I said to a couple of my mates, I was going, when we're coming around for another set of beers, because when my missus goes away for the night with her mates, I normally get my mates around and we go have a fire and all that, and then they sleep over. And he's going, when we come around next? And I was going, yeah, I don't think she's got any trips lined up. He's going, can't I just sleep in a workshop, like in a sleeping bag or anything like that? Because that's near the fire. I went, actually, yeah, we might be able to do that as it goes. Right? I might join you. Just need to get little bits of foam. So it's a little bit hard, the latex floor, but other than that, it'd be fine.
It's bad when your workshop's in better. It's more livable than the house is.
Yeah.
My workshop's better insulated than my bedroom is.
I'm getting quiet because my workshop's a 10x6 shed.
But you get all the stuff done in there you need, Steve.
This is it.
Some stuff I've done in the garden.
That'll be the lady.
And the chop saw and everything. That's all out the garden. That has to be.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Playing around the weather then, didn't you?
Yeah. I've got a gazebo.
Oh, nice.
And then you have to be careful when the washing's out as well. So, yeah.
Yes, very good. Yes. I wouldn't even I mean, I get told off enough just bringing pockets full of sawdust back into the house.
Yeah, gets everything.
You're having a laugh. You had your old workshop in the dining room for about 3 months.
This is true. This is true.
A pocket full of sawdust.
But I wasn't using the workshop in the dining room at the time. No, actually,
I wasn't using a slot in your pocket either.
No, where I'm sitting now is where the bandsaw was.
There you go. Then, yeah.
Now I've got my own desk. But the shorts I wear out in the workshop, they've got a couple of really long pockets. I've got no idea why. They're made by Apache, so I'm assuming they're for like long screwdrivers. I don't know. And they fill with sawdust.
Yeah.
And when they get about half full, you think, oh, my bloody shorts falling down. And you think, oh, the shorts are full of sawdust. You empty all the pockets out. When I go in the tumble dryer or whatever, then tumble dryer is full of sawdust. All good fun.
How is your new workshop tidy regime going? Keeping it tidy.
The demo the other day, when I mentioned to Paul about trying to keep it tidy, I'll tell you the best thing I've put in so far is the floor extractor attachment. So all I've done, I've just made a basic box, 3D printed a square to round adapter, and that's screwed onto the top, extractor pipe out the top, and I just sweep it all at the end of the day, and it all gets swept up into the extractor. That is brilliant, except it's in the wrong place. So it's at the very end of my big lathe. And if you've seen the video on my YouTube channel of my shop tour, I've got the big one, and then I've got the little one, and then behind me is Mum's lathe. Well, I primarily use the little lathe, and that's where I need that floor extractor next to that. Because at the moment, I'm having to sweep it 2 meters down into the workshop to put it, and it's just moving mess. And you think, oh, if I'd only thought about that. But it's just one of those things. But yeah,
Why can't you move it?
All the ducting's glued.
Move the lathe.
Oh, right.
No, there's nowhere else to put it. And the other lathes are bolted to the floor. So that's not enough. No, I'm just going to stop moaning and just get on with it. It's just one of those things. Just get over it, really.
It sounds a hardship. It sounds a hardship moving and sweeping stuff 2 meters.
It's first world problems, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah. I mean, there's people starving in this world, and I'm complaining about moving some sawdust from one pile to another.
Yeah, true.
You know,
I have to get a cab. I have to get a cab to move the sawdust from my workshop. So 2 meters, yeah. Think yourself lucky. I think you should make a little channel and blast it down, something like that.
So Steve's sitting there going, "Little workshop, don't have that problem." Will's going, "I just open the door and use the dust blower, just blow it all out to the seagulls." That's all that.
That is exactly what I do. That's it. Just go straight over the front.
Sod the environment. There's resin just blasting out the front of Will's workshop.
There is a lot of resin strands outside the garage door. That is for certain. It's all right recently, though. It's been quite windy.
He puts some fake spiders.
Like a ghillie suit, like those ghillie suits, all just strands hanging off them.
Yeah,
he puts some fake spiders out at Halloween because it all looks like cobwebs straight off the trees out the front.
Yeah.
I haven't got no problems.
No.
Dustpan and brush, it all goes in there. I'll get the grandson round.
Yes, you said he enjoys sweeping up.
Yeah,
you should hire him out. He makes some money, I reckon, cleaning up workshops.
Always an idea.
Yeah.
Well, you get people go around cleaning windows and cleaning cars.
Yeah, I think he's a bit too young at the moment for that.
Mine isn't. Mine's getting to the age where he should be up a chimney. So, yes, he needs to start earning his keep. He is due to start working with me actually when he's at the weekends. He's due to go to France next year on a ski trip, and he's been told he has to earn it. So he's got to start coming to events with me. So yeah, should be good.
Make him pay his way.
It's about time he learnt some responsibility. Yeah.
What are you going to get him to do? Sell to customers?
He can. Mum takes the mick that I can sell to anyone, but he can as well. He's listened to me at a few events. And the last one I was at Epping with Folk and Bespoke, I walked off and chatted with other stall holders, came back and he'd made 30 quid. So,
use him as a salesman, eh?
Say again, Steve?
Use him as your salesman.
I can. I do have employees on my insurance, so he's fully covered to sell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can just leave him on the stand. He knows how to use the card machine and the square point of sale stuff. Yeah, got no worries. Just he complains. That's the only problem because he's a modern child. If it's not plugged in or an iPad, he gets bored. You know,
he's got
the other thing was that 30 quid he made. It was 60 quid worth of gear he sold on the cheap.
Yeah.
No, well, no, because it's all on the card machine. All he did was hit the right. He didn't know the right stock levels afterwards. But yeah, he right. What is it? Right, it's a pen. It's a laminated. Press, charge, off it goes. So. No, the point of sale stuff is pretty easy to use, and he's pretty handy at it. So,
utilising them,
definitely worth getting involved. Yeah, exactly.
I could do with him being able to lift heavier things like the boxes of chopping boards. Save me putting my back out. I mean, that's
Tell him to use them, and he wanted to go down the gym.
the boxes. If they're full, they weigh about 50 kilo each of chopping boards.
And
It's not my back I'm putting out; it's his. That's not my problem. He's 13. He'll heal.
he's young. He repairs easy.
Yes, it's fine.
You should put him on a commission, right? You should make him know that any sales he makes, he gets 10% or whatever. That's giving him even more incentive.
I ain't making a lot of sales as it is. I can't afford to lose 10% per sale to him. He's only going to spend it on roadblocks anyway.
What's that?
It's some game he plays. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to understand. No. Don't have time for computer games. You heading off then, Gary?
Yes, I've got stuff to do. So yeah, that was a quick one this week. Well, more enjoyable than normal, maybe. Maybe it's just for me. See if it.
Well, until next time, gents, and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah,
right. Enjoy your course, and
update next time round.
We'll see you all at Chelmer Valley.
Thanks once again, Steve.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for joining us, Steve.
See you later.
Cheers,
And
fellas.
again.
Cheers,
Thanks, mate.
Ta-da.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.